Can Khalil Mack get his revenge? It's the coach. This is the start of Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's our first transatlantic game of the year, as it'll be the Oakland Raiders as a home team taking on their former All-Pro Khalil Mack and the Chicago Bears. I'll see you again at halftime. But first, let's get you across the pond to good old London, England. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Now, whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So from the 36 now. First and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's got Burton here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Cleveland Farrell, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
This is caught by Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He takes this for 3 to the 29. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board, heck, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop on the first drive.
And got his man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Carr now to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's how they'll line things up on the defensive side of the ball for Oakland. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
On 2nd down, Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Now Williams. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Quick pass out to Miller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. A tight one. 8-7 our score after one on EA Sports.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Bridgewater. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Come on now, let's go.
A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium. With the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr looking downfield for Jones. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, it's Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And out across midfield down to the 45. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A. where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 35. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
A gain of 9 there, sets up 2nd and goal. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they... And that is caught! Touchdown, Raiders! Isabella, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us in... 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but... That O-line, they've got to protect it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. It's caught. It's Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jamal Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Throwing now is Carr. That ball complete to Isabella. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Carr going to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now Carr. That's Isabella open on the right side. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down. He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They run. This is Scarborough. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't. No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now they'll throw with Carr. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. We have hit halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the 2nd half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you're all looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. To throw, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone. As they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Now Bridgewater. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw is Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. It's complete to Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now Carr. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
You see me out here?
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him. And that's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater, open man, Taylor Gabriel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Finds his target, Montgomery. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Play fake. Bridgewater. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Preston Williams, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down here. The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to put an end to that play, and in so doing, puts an end to this 3rd quarter. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
Carr now throw. Able to find Isabella. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Carr. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Carr to throw. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, How about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw is Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Cleveland Farrell in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Bridgewater to throw it. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there for Chicago. And even 40 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. To throw, Bridgewater. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr, he's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Not just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 5. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. One there after giving up the first down. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Carr going to throw here. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they'd gotten 2 for 2.
So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. 1:44 to go. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close the...
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now, 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Give me some. Give me some.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So they've converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Counting down to 30 seconds remaining. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. He's got Burton here. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Bridgewater now. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. One last shot now for Bridgewater. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down. And he's going to go down again. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year.